and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is your boy James, a.k.a. Hollywood J. Black, live in the building once again. Back with another Synful Blaq Reacts. I got my main man who spraying me because I blamed everything on him. Big MFing Sinners in the building. How you doing today, sir?
This motor mouth motherfucker over here talking for 5 minutes before a cipher verse is talking about it's my fault.
It is. Not really, but it is, okay? See, if you wouldn't keep feeding me dialogue, okay? If we weren't such a good team, all right? So it's half your fault, all right? So if we weren't such a good team, if you were just like the worst half host in the world, we wouldn't have this problem. But since you're so good at your job, you caused me to be good at my job, and we have delays.
Anyway, we have some new hip-hop today. We got Kxng and Joell Ortiz.
Yes.
2 members of Slaughterhouse.
In a very controversial video.
In the building.
Yes. Controversial by means of Royce the 5'9" and Joe Budden aren't happy, but I haven't heard Royce the 5'9" in a minute, and Joe Budden is busy fucking over his friends over a podcast. So, whatever. I don't know.
And trying to get famous by dissing Eminem here and there.
Exactly.
Even though he's on Shady, yeah.
He's still collecting checks from Pump It Up. Anyways.
Pump it up. One hit wonder, have an ass motherfucker.
I know people. I know that that shit was on Def Jam, but it's neither here nor there. The point is that these 2 men aren't happy, but these 2 men here are just saying fuck it. So they're just gonna keep doing what they do. If nobody wants to do a Slaughterhouse record, Kxng and Joell Ortiz are gonna do a Slaughterhouse record. It is what it is. So we just gonna keep that shit moving. And I'm here to listen to it, critique it, and keep it moving. Big Sin, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so without further ado, this is Kxng, Joell Ortiz, Black Soul Vacancy, right here on Synful Blaq Reacts. Let's go. That sounds like something break. Did something break on your end?
No.
Oh, okay. Gotta hope it's nothing in my house. All right, let's go. I can't deal with things breaking.
Mic check 1 2. Real talk. Hey, let the choir do what it do. Let the church speak to him. Shit, let me speak to him. Get up on the altar, man. Word. I remember we was on the road on one of them tours, like, hold on. We got the #1 album in the country, is so on. They called us Voltron, where did we go wrong? We posted did this music shit for so long, instead it's so long. The house is vacant, yeah, Mouse is making that podcast money, talking foul and flagrant. Right from his couch, I'm hating. Royce Grammy nod came without debating. The allegory's a wild creation. I'm happy you got to smell your flowers, baby. And Crook, shit, Crook still out here being crook. Got every rapper shook, ain't never used a book for a verse or a hook. House slippers, human, Mona Lisa and Monday. Hard, Gorilla Glue, yo, Fred will laugh again one day. Damn, where did time go? Slaughterhouse been apart like 9, yo. You ask why though? I wish I had them answers, I don't. Just know that pig shit'll never resume. Emails, phone calls and Zoom, still not enough to get us all in a room. Roy said he ain't doing the 3-man without Joe, but Joe said he retired, so how the hell is supposed to go? I looked in the eyes of Crooked Eyes, said one last time, he said let's go. So this one's for the fans and anyone else who wants to know why the best group ever turned out to be one of the best groups that never got back to his son after the shady era. Shit, Paul wasn't on his best behavior, and Joe's comments about M left no revival for major endeavors. So the gang dropped the flag, got off the label, back and forth, drawn out, lawyer to lawyer. But today we're able to say we're free, but we ain't eating at no round table. It's rectangle, me and Crook in a Bojangles. Back to this chicken from rapping incisions, cutting the hardest vocals you can imagine or vision. Man, this half is just different. I hope the other half will listen, put the business in the back, and get back to business.
Fucking damn.
Dude, Joell just put everything out. That motherfucker, boy. He put everything on the table.
I sat here and
I'm just like, holy shit, he is going there with this.
Oh man, I might need a minute, cuz I might need a minute. Fuck.
I'd appreciate the fuck out of Joell Ortiz for that verse.
Fuck, man.
He said we were supposed to be the greatest group ever, but now we're just the greatest group that never. He said Roy said he ain't doing the three man thing, but Joe is retired. So how this shit gonna work? My man called out Joe Budden for talking shit about people on his couch.
Fuck, man.
Talking shit about M. God damn, Joell.
So I'm gonna take you back to what was it? We're gonna take about 2010, 2011? Is that where we were at?
Yep.
Let me take you back to 2012, 2011. When I heard the Joell Ortiz Nissan Honda Chevy track, that was my first dive into Joell Ortiz, was Nissan Honda Chevy. When he made that remix to Beamer Benz and Bentley, I thought that this cat was going to be the sickest cat that ever came out of fucking New York. I thought New York hip hop was back just simply because of this cat right here. And then he dropped the EP, I believe. And that kind of went, it was hot, but it went under the radar on the West Coast where we were living at in Vegas.
Yeah.
But then Slaughterhouse got announced. And then that was...
Yeah, Slaughterhouse got announced on the back of M.
Yeah. Because Eminem was taking his hiatus from hip-hop.
And everybody knows him and Roy's family.
Yeah. And then, you know, M was doing his rehab thing, but he wanted to leave hip-hop in a good position, which is why the Slaughterhouse thing came to be.
And then you also had King Crooked, doing his Crooked Eye at the time, doing Psychology with Kxng.
It's crazy to think that Crooked Eye came from being a protege of Snoop. That's where he came from. Definitely. Yeah. People don't remember the Crooked Eye was rolling with Snoop and Death Row and the Dog Pound and shit. And
now he's one of the top lyricists in the world.
Yeah. Y'all don't really have no idea. Like, everybody, if a cat comments that ain't never wasn't around in 96, 97, would never know that Crooked Eye was rapping with Snoop and Tupac and all them niggas back in the Death Row days. I know that Crooked Eye because the name Crooked Eye came from the St. Ides Crooked Eye fucking the liquor, the alcohol.
Yep. But let's talk about, so how do you feel about Joell just putting everything out there?
It's beautiful that he did it. Like he spit it in such a way that you could see it happen. That's the one thing I love about Joell Ortiz, is that when he spits, it's like it takes you in this time warp and you fucking see everything that he's talking about happening in front of your eyes.
And then you got the visuals of them taking all the stuff out of the Slaughterhouse.
Yes. On top of all that. Just like you said. And to think that whether it was by ego or by unforeseen circumstances, that four of the best MCs that ever came together and put out a group effort are our house divided.
I love the fact, going back to King Crooked, he's like, King Crooked just doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know
still killing the game. Right? Doing his thing. Still killing the game. MCs, like, oh my God.
He ain't affected by shit.
It breaks my heart because I knew what could have and what should have been.
Fuck. All right, we get ready to hear from King Crooked himself right now.
All right, let's go.
With all you fans of Witness, I have to ask forgiveness. This might be sacrilegious. I don't want to go back to business. I don't want to go back to biz. Back to the back and forth. The last deal I brought, that bag was different. Only thing I heard back was crickets. That was my answer, listen. Never did lack persistence. I ain't no mathematician, but I see mad division. Couldn't get past the friction. Was it a bad decision? Trying to get back to the mission of actually winning and rap again. Cause all of us had a vision, but that was years ago. This is a new day. The fans deserve flowers. This is a bouquet for wishing the group stay together forever and never fall out. Like hair, at least we balled out. Like missing a toupee with trips to the UK. Gang. To bonding with the group, I became partial. He didn't start the group, he can't end it. Don't blame Marshall. He didn't start the group, he can't end it. Don't blame Paul. And fans been there from the beginning. Can't blame y'all. Let me take some responsibility. I had the Hennessy feeling me, willingly committing penalties mentally. Whenever liquor with enemy, bringing the silliest energy. Innocent, I can't pretend to be. I just don't fuck with the industry. You lied, you stole, and treated me just like an enemy. Now Joell, it's just him and me on our purple tape. Pride made the circle break. Stop letting them fake lies circulate. We too old for that. Plus we family men. We too real, truth for truth. That's the bag we in. Rap about it.
God damn.
Never had to question if I was down the ride. Matching battle scars back to back in the field. So when I got the call, I almost died. Loyalty, I thought that we would see forever. Push come shove, whatever. I guess we were living a lie.
Breaks my heart, man.
Yeah, that shit hit me on that shit hit me in a weird spot right there. Oh, that Mobb Deep fucking hoodie.
Fuck, man. That one.
So, alright.
So,
Me and Hollywood are going through some shit right now because we are hip hop heads to the core.
dude, we goated these cats, bro. It's not even just about being hip hop heads. We said hip hop was fucking back. We knew that the shit with Drake doing whatever Drake was doing, right? Mm-hmm. And, Eminem taking a step back because he was going through rehab. 50 Cent getting more into entertainment and less into shit. Dr. Dre not being Dr. Dre like he used to be. The South dominating hip hop as a whole. Jay-Z was slowing down. We came to a point where hip hop wasn't where it needed to be like we liked it to be. I felt, and that was the whole thing, was why we leaned so heavily into Strange Music and Tech-9, because they preserved the hip hop like it was our own, like they should have.
Yeah.
And we knew that all of Slaughterhouse fucked with Strange. You know what I'm saying? And so we knew that if we have Strange on the independent and Slaughterhouse in the commercial, we were good.
Remember Crooked Eye's verse on fucking Psychology? I'd rather your hand in Montana's than half of you rappers on the radio.
Yep. Fuck.
But okay, so Crooked Eye put a lot of shit in perspective here. He said, "Don't fucking blame him. It ain't his fault.
Yeah.
Don't blame Paul. It ain't his fault."
Yeah.
See, M gave them the avenue to do what they did.
Yeah. I brought you into this room.
Paul Rosenhaus, much like Travis O'Gwen, is a very stern businessman.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, though. Even at that, though, it doesn't take much for 4 people to create music. You go in there, you create music. You collaborate on some projects. You know what I'm saying? And you do it out of the love of fucking hip hop.
And like Kid Crooked just said, he has never been a fan of the music industry.
No.
He did rap because he loved rap.
Yeah. Yeah. And so which makes me lean in to think that at some point, when just doing hip hop, it was no longer about doing hip hop. It became about.
It ended up becoming a business, and
I mean that turns Crooked off.
He didn't want no part of that shit.
No, and then apparently Royce the 5'9" has made his allegiance basically with Joe Budden, because if you're not gonna function without one nigga, right?
Yeah.
The
world knows. So Royce got that Grammy nod for his album that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But Joell, Royce, and Crooked would make a killer fucking lyrical assassin.
Yeah. No, and that's the whole point. That everybody knows Royce is to be fucked around with. Everybody knows that Royce is a lyrical assassin. Okay? Everybody knows that
he's the reason that he is basically the Ying to Eminem's Yang.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And at some point, but just like you said, he chose his side. So I felt like, Joel and Crooked are on the independent side. And Royce has always been independently commercial because his association with Eminem brings him more over the commercial, but he does shit on the independent, right?
Like, he never really popped until the fucking Bad Meets Evil album came out.
Yep. And then Joe Budden started out on Def Jam, which is literally about his commercial when it comes to hip hop.
And he had the pop rap song "Pump It Up."
Yeah, I mean, he started out in the battle rankings, but he started on a major label. Like when it push comes to shove, his shit came out on a major label.
Yeah,
he sided. It's like a house divided. He sided with one. Like Roy sided with Joe because he said he ain't gonna do shit without Joe. But Joe says he doesn't want to rap no more. So you've already said, well, if Joe says he doesn't want to rap no more, just like Joell Ortiz said, and you say that you don't want to do it without Joe, that's your answer.
Yeah, and that's what Joel said. He's like, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah.
He's like, and Crooked just said, him and Joel are just gonna keep doing their Purple albums.
Yeah. So then my question is, if you're Royce the 5'9", and you and Eminem have been friends for God knows how long, what makes Joe Budden so fucking comfortable that he can sit here, diss your homeboy on his podcast, and every media outlet that he can find to diss this nigga, and you said you still ain't gonna do shit without Joe Budden?
Yeah, you, this man who put you, he didn't put Royce on. He made Royce recognizable.
Yeah, but they've been best friends.
They've come up to the rap game. Yeah, proof, Royce and them.
Yeah, which goes back to what makes Joe Budden so comfortable. I mean, so comfortable with Royce, and what makes Royce so comfortable with Joe that you can let this nigga sit here and let this nigga dish you on the radio and on his media platforms, and you still want to side with this nigga. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Because ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way if anybody has ever said a bad thing about Sin in front of me, they are no longer around me. Point blank, period. That's how the shit goes. I don't fuck with anybody that has even one disparaging word. Even if it says, oh, Sin got one black fingernail. It ain't true. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm rolling with Sin regardless. That's my nigga for life. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no way I'm gonna let you sit here and talk about my nigga in public or in private and me be okay with it. So what the fuck is Royce the 5'9" doing?
Trust me, Royce. Trust me, Joe Budden ain't the reason you got a Grammy nod.
No, it's not. Joe Budden
was barely mainstream.
Yeah, and go. No, you're right. No, go ahead. Because I'm gonna drop one last thing. And then
this is one of those. Okay, so let's keep it 100 here. Crooked and Joel were gonna make it no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Royce was gonna make it no matter what.
Yeah.
But he had the backing of what many would be considered the GOAT, the greatest rapper of all time. I don't give a fuck about race, anything.
Yeah.
Eminem has done more for hip hop than motherfucking old heads have done ever for hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be really real here. Budden, what the fuck has he done for hip hop?
Not a goddamn thing. Which is gonna lead me back to my statement, and I'm gonna close this one out. Joe Budden doesn't give a fuck about the industry anymore. If he says he's retired and he doesn't want to do hip hop no more, take that nigga by his word and keep it moving.
Let him go be a podcast host. Sorry, what to do?
Let him do this podcast. Let him go be a social media, not social media or audio media personality, whatever the fuck he want to do.
Run around with that other bitch motherfucker who wasn't even good in his group. Talking shit about him.
Let Joe go be Joe. Joe was out here dissing Eminem before the Slaughterhouse shit.
Because Eminem had one bad, it wasn't even a bad album. It was just a weird album.
It's not even just a bad album. It was the whole. It's the whole shit that Lord Jamar shit.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker.
Yeah, where he tried to call Eminem a guest in hip hop type bullshit.
Lord Jamar. Who the fuck is Lord Jamar to call Eminem a guest in hip hop?
Because
Lord Jamar was the worst rapper in his group.
Let me put it this way: if Eminem is a guest in hip hop, then nigga, you the housekeeper.
Yeah, Lord Jamar's the fucking poor country of hip hop.
Nigga, if he's a guest at the hip hop hotel, nigga, you the fucking maintenance man, nigga. You the motherfucking you the
plumbing. You in the fucking bathroom is plunging the toilet.
Yeah, nigga, you do housekeeping, nigga. You sit your ass down because I promise you, nigga, Eminem has done more for hip hop than Lord Jamar has ever done. Eminem did more for hip hop in his first 5 years than Lord Jamar's did his entire fucking career, and I will stand on that shit.
There is a reason that Snoop Dogg dissed Eminem once and apologized. There is a reason that Dr. Dre has rolled with Eminem for 30 fucking years, almost.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, we know he's the god. He is the god in the hip hop. But don't let these fucking guys like Budden and Lord Jamar fool you. Eminem is the reason why hip hop is still relevant.
Yep. Because
with that being said, I appreciate Joell and Crooked Eye for this shit. This shit was dope. And we got another Joell and Crooked Eye coming out next week. Fuck, dude. The fact that they put all that shit on the table and manned up about it, I'm like, respect.
It makes it a lot better. It makes it, to me, it makes it more real, makes it more credible. It makes it more fun. You know what I'm saying? It's a perspective, a different perspective, and I love it. And they can sit here. Royce can sit here and talk about the house divided all he wants to. Joe Budden can go crying about it on his podcast. But there's only two niggas out here actually repping the shit. And it's Joe Budden. I mean, it's Joell Ortiz and his motherfucking Crooked Eye. And that's it. And that's the end of the story. And I ain't gonna sit here and entertain niggas that don't want to be a part of something special. Fuck it. We don't. How many times have we sat here and talked about Joe Budden in the last 2.5 years? None.
Zero. Stingy with the zero.
How many times have we sat here and talked about Royce the 5'9"? A lot.
Yeah, because we did Green Light and a couple other shit that he dropped. Fast Lane.
And we talked about Crooked Eye a lot. We did a Crooked Eye video recently in the last year. We
did that Crooked Eye and Spill the Product shit.
Yep. And Joell Ortiz, every time he can pop up, we try to do him as much as we can. But we don't fuck around with irrelevant podcasting ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And my channel's small. You can sit here and call me irrelevant. That's fine. But I can guarantee you that my irrelevancy is more relevant than your irrelevancy. If that makes sense.
CeeLo Green said the best one day. Perfectly imperfect. That's how we roll, baby.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd rather have 2,000 niggas that fuck with us than a million motherfuckers telling you fuck you. And that's exactly what Joe Budden has. So
with all that being said, what I need y'all to do right now is like, comment, and subscribe, ring that bell. And let us know the comments you think. What do you guys thoughts on the Slaughterhouse and what Crooked and Joell Ortiz just put out in the world that was basically being hidden from everybody?
Yeah.
But Joell gave roses for getting that name gone. That baby nod. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. But listen, if you love hip hop, join us. Roll with us. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like you said, ring that bell. You can come through, and we'll let you know when Synful Blaq Reacts drops. And it's not just hip hop. It's rock. It's R&B. It's anything that we can get our hands on and react to. And it's always love when we do it. And we come from love, and we come from the heart. So
we come with honesty.
Yep. We don't come from a place of hate like Joe Budden. And so until next time. That's my man Mixin.
You're the 150th worst rapper that made mainstream coming out of Jersey. And there's only been like 100 of them. You 150.
That's because the other 49 niggas were transplants.
like Joe Budden must see himself as fucking red and mess status.
No.
You're not there, bro.
No.
You never will be.
Maybe in battle rap circuits, which apparently is good at that, and fine, you can drop a battle rap track
But
on
no,
you.
I think Red would kill him in battle rap.
I was saying you can drop a million. Everybody praise him as the greatest battle rapper. That's fine and everything. But what have you done for the industry?
Hold on, let me end this one right here. Okay, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
If he's the greatest battle rapper ever, as people like to call him, he has been gone on record saying the one person he would never battle rap is Eminem.
Yeah.
Because he does not want to lose his standing in hip hop.
Yeah.
He said those words on Lord Jamal show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fuck you, Joe Budden. Have a good day.
So until next time, that's my man Big Sin. I'm your boy Hollywood J Black. This is Synful Blaq Reacts, and we are out this thing. Deuces.